And welcome to Bountiful High School, the site of a second-round game in the 2022 Utah High School 5A State Championship Football Tournament on KSLSports.com. A rewind game of the week. Dusty Lister, pleased to be joined by Jeff Hansen, the recruiting maestro himself. And Jeff got a fun one. Bountiful and Orem, the second year in a row in the second round.
It takes a special game, Dusty, to get me out of the studio and into the elements, into the weather. This is a special game. This is going to be a ton of fun tonight. Strength for strength. Offense, really good offense versus really good defense. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight.
As we mentioned a year ago, it was Orem coming into Bountiful, taking this one 40-33. Orem went on to the semifinals, that heartbreaking loss to Springville. For the Bountiful Braves, they've had to try to circle back around. It's been an interesting year. We'll get to them in just a moment. We'll start first with the Orem Tigers, however. 6-4 on the year, a non-Orem-ish kind of season, 2-2 in region play. And when you look at this season, Jeff, I mean, you talk about good offense. It's just a young team trying to figure themselves out.
It is. It's 6-4, but let's not look at that record and say that Orem is not Orem. They have lost to Pleasant Grove, Sky Ridge, Timpview, and Lehigh. It's not like they're losing to nobodies. This is still a very good Orem team, and it's led by Lance Reynolds III at quarterback. Dusty, he's thrown for 2,500 yards this year, 250 yards a game, and people really aren't talking about him. He's been legit.
Well, I think we'll get to that. So 18 touchdowns, 8 interceptions on the season. He's also rushed for 3 more, but he's got a terrific target on the outside, a guy we've talked about before, Roger Seliaponga, who has been spectacular.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. He's starting to pull in scholarship offers from just about every school in the country, most of the Pac-12, BYU, Utah, starting to hear from SEC programs.
Tennessee.
Over 100 yards per game as a junior tight end. Those are Puka Nakua numbers when he was at Orem.
Right, absolutely. And then we talk about the Bountiful football team, and this team has been outstanding. 7-2 on the year, 5-0 in region play, and they've done it without their best player, in Corbin Cottle, who we've seen. He's suited up, he's warmed up. We expect him to play tonight.
Yeah, we do, and that's a huge addition for Bountiful. This defense is for real. 12 points per game throughout the year. They want to make this game ugly here in Bountiful, and they have the hogs to do it on the defensive side of the football.
Landon Zayas has the ball teed up and ready to go. Back deep for the Orem Tigers. It's Valeti Iongi. And actually going to kick it near side. It'll be taken at the 10-yard line. As Orem will come out across the 20-yard line near the 25. Not much of a difference there, as we'll get that unofficial clock synced up here as we are underway here in the second round. And on the return for Orem was number 32. And we don't have a 32 on our roster, so well, that's fun.
That's high school football. That's part of the lure, Dusties. You get to guess a little bit. We get to take a look at Lance Reynolds here right off the bat. The Orem offense is going to come out first, and we're going to see. I mean, what is the tone of this game? Like I say, strength for strength.
It was actually Kali'i on the return. We're glad to have the Orem radio broadcasters next to us, and I'm going to sneak peek off of his sheet since what we had online was incorrect. So out comes Lance Reynolds III, and the Orem offense going to roll right, fire right. Pass is complete at the 30 and brought down at the 34-yard line.
If there has been one bugaboo with this Bountiful defense this year, it's been the big play, Dusty. They have given up big plays. As long as they're able to keep everything in front, they're able to kind of contain the flow of the game. That's what we're going to have to watch for here early in this one.
And that was Asher Young on the catch, second down and short for Reynolds. Gonna keep it on the ground. Got the first down out across near the 40-yard line, I should say. And on the carry for the Tigers, number 21, Andrew Toa.
Really pretty blocking right there by that offensive line. Dusty, we're going to geek out about offensive line tonight. That counter run was set up beautifully by Orem to move the chains.
Of course, Lance Reynolds Jr. is the offensive coordinator for the Orem Tigers, son of Lance Reynolds, a longtime BYU coach, one-time offensive coordinator for LaVell Edwards. Put a man in motion. Pump the flat, fire up the rail, got a man out there, makes the adjustment, he pulled it in, but I don't think he had it. The ball is incomplete. How about the effort out there by Orem's number 3, Asher Young? He caught it, Jeff, but just not in bounds.
Man, throw the red flag. That looked good from here. What an unbelievable catch. Lance Reynolds put that ball right where it needed to be, but you got to give credit to Bountiful. They try to limit those big plays. That coverage was tight all the way down the sidelines and forced him out of bounds.
Love the concept, too. Bring the man in motion, pump the flat route.
Yeah, pretty play setup.
So 2nd down and 10, 2-by-2 formation. It is Reynolds going to throw, far side, catch is made, knocked out of bounds. And that is Saliaponga on the catch.
This is right where Bountiful's defense wants to be. They want to get Orem in 3rd and 5s. This is where they've flexed their muscles all year long, is getting teams out of rhythm. Orem wants the big play. Now they got to come up with a big play here on 3rd and 3.
So we can go trips near side, one receiver to the top of the screen on 3rd down and 2. We're going to check to this sideline at the top of the screen for the Tigers. With number 27, that is Braxton Wilkerson. Going to throw. Going up the seam, he's got Saliaponga and just overthrew him. Great look, just a little overthrown, and on the defense is Felatau Satuwala, pardon me, is now 4th down.
Satuwala is another guy. We talk about Saliaponga and how big of a recruit he is. Satuwala is next. He is a phenomenal defensive back at safety for Bountiful, and he was with Saliaponga stride for stride, made that throw really tough on Lance Reynolds.
4th and 3, and Orem looking like they're going to go for it. And now a timeout called by Coach Gabe Sewell, and we will take it with him. Opening drive of the game. You're watching the 2nd round of the 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com, your home for high school championships.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
4th and 3, and the offense is staying out there for the Tigers. Reynolds runs the option. Looking for the edge, has the 1st down. Just got there. Faleti Iongi with the 1st down carry. And it is 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers.
Really well designed by Orem, really well executed by Lance Reynolds. They strung that play out. Bountiful had it read. They had that read. The safety was just a step late coming up in run defense, and Orem was able to just get the 1st down.
So 1st and 10, Orem. Again, that clock on your screen is unofficial. We'll try to keep that up. Gonna throw. Reynolds sets up a screen, tipped in, intercepted, and it's going to go the other way. How about the play from Red Smith? Touchdown, Bountiful Braves.
What a play. He reads the screen. Oh my goodness. Tips it up, takes it home himself. One of the best defensive football plays you're going to see in the playoffs this year, Dusty. What an unbelievable play.
We're just going to set the simple screen, say, hey, let's go with something safe, and then an individual effort changes the direction of this game, Jeff. And I apologize, Bountiful Redhawks. All my decades of doing this, it all came back in one. But
Bountiful Braves in our hearts, Dusty.
Hey, they still say it at the end of the national anthem. So, but what a play by Red Smith. Absolutely outstanding. The kick is up, and it is good.
We talk about this already. We're seeing the Bountiful defense. They are for real. And if you're going to keep up with the scoring tempo of what Orem is capable of, those are the kinds of plays that Bountiful's going to have to make. What a statement here on the opening drive of the game.
Just terrific as they were moving the ball in chunks. 4th and 3 turns in, or probably pick up a 4th and 3 as well. A little bit of momentum going the way of Orem, and then quickly turned.
And the way he handled that tip drill, I mean, that was the thing of professionals. That looked like me at Thanksgiving when you get that last roll thrown and it's bouncing around, everybody's trying to grab it, you come down with it. What a spectacular play. I don't miss those rolls, by the way, Dusty.
No, at all, right?
No, never.
Some things may hit the ground, not Thanksgiving rolls.
Yeah. If it hits the ground, it's me. I'm the only thing hitting the ground.
We need a sponsorship. I mean, Moose Bingham's already working on dirty dough for cookies. We got to get one worked out for the rolls.
Rhodes rolls.
Right around the corner from my office. We got to get that figured out. So, gonna kick this one away again. Kaili back deep with Iongi. It'll be Iongi taking it at the 10-yard line. Iongi going to the far side. Found a bit of a seam. Slips one more, so almost right where they left off at the end of the drive after the pick six. The Orem Tigers will take over at their own 46.
Yeah, the return right to where the pick six happened. I mean, it's almost like nothing happened. We're here. We're first down. We're at about the 45-yard line. Just a 7-0 score now.
Again, I want to remind you, our game is always presented by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. Get a free consultation. So let them know that Rewind sent you. Again, that's Heidemann and Associates at utah.law.
How does this Orem offense respond, Dusty? This first play is going to tell us a lot.
So Saliaponga can get tighter to the line. And that's Asher Young in motion. And he got an illegal motion penalty. No matter what happens on this run, this is coming back. But a nice carry. That is Andrew Toa. But that is coming back for the illegal motion. Cannot go toward the line of scrimmage.
Yep, just a little bit of a mistake there. It's tough to say. I mean, is that a little bit of jitters after a pick six?
Well, we kind of got lucky on that fourth down play. It was a different player. They had almost the same kind of motion that didn't get called before. Kind of put it away, and that one's a little more obvious.
It was a little bit more obvious. That's one thing you don't want to do against this Bountiful defense. When they get you behind the chains, they flex their muscles. First and 15 is not the position you want to be in, obviously. That's the first obvious statement of the night.
This Bountiful defense has got a lot of sacks on the year. I mean, think of the top three guys, Morrison, Mertz, and Brooks. 3 sacks, and then 3.5 for Brooks. I think they have over 15 teams total sacks on the season. So Young goes in motion. And a catch bottom in the air, and it's going to be intercepted. Wow. Taken away by Bountiful's number 8, Dallin Rock.
What a play. That play, another tip drill, Dusty. The running back, he had it in his hands as he's bringing it down out of the air. He loses control, flips the ball up in the air, and the Bountiful, man, right guy, right time, right spot. What a play.
2 drives, 2 unfortunate turnovers for Orem, but 2 terrific plays by the Bountiful Braves, and that one just goes in out of the receiver's hands, turn it upfield, just kind of popped it up in the air.
The Bountiful student section is chanting overrated. Do we need to remind them it's a Bountiful home game?
Yeah, the Bountiful's a higher seed, right?
I don't know what's happening.
They need to watch Rewind. That's the problem, these kids these days. So Corbin Cottle is in the backfield here on first down, and Orem compounding some issues here. Jumps offside on first down. It's going to be 1st and 5. Tayden Sau could not hold his water.
Orem looks visibly shaken by the start to this game right now. 2 turnovers, and now on the first offensive play for Bountiful, Orem jumps off sides. They look shaken. They've got to compose, regroup, control their emotions, get back into this game.
So 2 receivers near side. Going to put a man in motion. And it is Corbin Cottle. And Cottle finds a seam. Cottle to the outside, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
Wow! What a start to this game. We wondered if Corbin Cottle was going to play. Boy, he's here, he's playing, and he makes a difference on his first touch. That's 50 yards to the house.
How about the move just into the second level, puts a juke on the linebacker, bounces to the outside. I think he's got fresh legs, Jeff.
I think so. He didn't look like he's missed most of the season with injury. He looked like he was in mid-season form there. What a run.
How about the leading rusher, one of the leading rushers in the state last year because of injury. He only rushed for 207 yards and 1 touchdown in the regular season. Point after is good. 9:37 left in the first quarter. 14-0 Bountiful leading Orem. You're watching the second round of the state tournament on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back to Bountiful, Larry Wall Field, and Larry Wall would be so pleased. A defensive touchdown and a rushing touchdown and a 14-0 lead for Bountiful.
And just the emotions of this game. I mean, you can hear it. The Bountiful crowd is into this game. They're pumped up. They're chanting overrated for unknown reasons, but it's working. And clearly, this Orem team is rattled in the early goings.
So they'll do it again for the third time in the quarter. Can drive on the freeway, can't bring the ball out of the end zone, so we'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
That is the single dumbest rule of high school football.
High school football, absolutely. Because targeting is the worst rule of football.
That's true. In high school, it's the fact that the ball goes into the end zone, you can't bring it out.
Yeah.
That's foolish. Targeting's the real dumb rule for everywhere.
For everywhere.
I don't know. Roughing the passer in the NFL is making a strong case.
At least for a weekend, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Well, crazy start here. Again, 9:37 left in the quarter. The third drive for the Tigers. The first two ended in interceptions, one for a pick six, the other setting up a one-play drive for Bountiful. Going to go to Iongi. No, going to keep it on the zone read. Oh, and Lance Reynolds gets absolutely popped at the end of that play. On the stop there for Bountiful's number 13, Jacob Brooks.
Jacob Brooks looked a lot like former Bountiful player Max Tooley on that one. He rocked Lance Reynolds on that hit.
Max Tooley came and talked to the team yesterday.
Well, that's good. He's the Bountiful Brave.
He is the Bountiful
He's
Brave.
talking to the Redhawks, but he's the Brave.
You have, and we'll go through some of the great lineage between these two schools here momentarily. There's some great players in the past. Is going to fire to the far side. That catch is made, and Asher Young is near the first down marker. He has it. We're going to let the clock roll to get back to that official mark at 8:53 left here in the quarter, as they'll set that up on the 1st and 10 for Orem.
That's exactly what Orem needed. They needed a play to settle themselves down, move the chains, and have a chance to regroup and get back to what Orem football does. And they're a really good offense. They're going to figure this out.
Salyaponga and Young near side. That's Youngie on the motion. That's Toa up the middle, and Toa is stood up and dropped by a number of Bountiful defenders.
This Bountiful defensive line is legit. They're not the biggest defensive line in the state, but they are aggressive. And getting off the line of scrimmage, you're seeing it already in this game. They are beating the Orem offensive line. Running the ball up the middle is going to be tough to do for Orem.
So 2nd down and 8 for Orem. 3 receivers near side, one at the top of the screen. Reynolds a throw. Looks near side, fires to Salyaponga. The catch is made. A flag came out after the play. And Salyaponga is upended, head over heels. Not a lot of post-snap penalties. That might be offense pass interference, maybe?
I think they're going to, the RPO took a little long to develop. I think they're going to say the offensive lineman leaked out too far.
Yeah, little man downfield against Orem. Going to back the Tigers up. As we mentioned, the first 2 drives were moving. Well, the first one especially, they picked up a 4th down on a 4th and 3, and then now that crazy interception on the screen.
And that penalty, man, that is tough, Dusty. This is right where Bountiful wants Orem to be. We've said it already once. Yeah. This Bountiful defense, they love it. When you're behind the chains and you're forced to be one-dimensional. Orem, they gotta figure out some of these execution issues.
So 2nd down and call it 14 yards to go for the Tigers. Again, 3 receivers near side, one at the top of the screen. Oh, high snap. And Reynolds, I think, wisely holds on to that ball. It's tough when you go with the zone read on a high snap. And a minimal gain at best.
Yeah, minimal gain, probably the right call. He protected the football, and Bountiful had that one sniffed out. If he would have given that ball, it's a loss of a few yards. This Bountiful defense, we're going to talk about it all night long. They are flying around, as they say.
Well, I think one of the great things, we talk about Cottle being out all year long, and Dane and I talked about this on our bracketology video, that maybe just gives this Bountiful team a ton of confidence that, hey, without our best guy, we're 5-0 in the region, 7-2 on the season. As Reynolds is going to throw on 3rd and long, fires over the middle, catch is made, and Iongi has the first down. How about the effort there from Folletti Iongi?
Pretty throw by Lance Reynolds. There were 4 red shirts right there, and Lance Reynolds finds Iongi right at the sticks. Really good awareness. There's nothing more frustrating than running a 3rd down play and stopping 2 yards short of the sticks. Iongi gets the first down on that one.
So 2-by-2 formation this time for Reynolds. Fires on the rollout to Asher Young, making a couple of moves, and then he's driven back, coming up, making the stop there for Bountiful's number 11. That is Satuala.
I think you're starting to see some of these Orem adjustments already. The last few plays, everything is getting outside of the hashes, getting out to the numbers. If you're running up the middle with this team, Bountiful's got swarming linebackers on every play. Get this ball out wide, let your playmakers make plays.
Again, Reynolds now on the draw, and Reynolds has the first down. 1st and 10 inside of Bountiful territory at the 47-yard line. Move the chains for the Tigers.
Good play by Lance Reynolds, good read. He knew where the chains were. Didn't need to hit a home run, just needed 3 to get the first down.
Inside of 6 minutes left in the first quarter. I mentioned this is a rematch of last year's second-round game. Before last year, they had not played in the playoffs against each other since 2010.
You were young back then, Dusty.
Yeah, absolutely. As Reynolds fires complete, Asher Young. Young inside the 25, still on his feet. Inside the 20, all the way to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers.
What a move. Asher Young after the catch, making people miss. I think he made 3 people miss. I don't even know if they count as missed tackles because they didn't even come close to touching him.
And again, that's that short motion. I thought it was close to that borderline illegal motion again, kind of creeping toward the line of scrimmage. Hey, it's like fouling. Gonna make him throw the flag every time.
Yeah, it's only illegal if you get caught, right. Dusty.
Jan Jorgensen's dad used to tell us that all the time. Reynolds gonna throw on a little bubble screen. A Youngie on the catch and run to the 11.
These last few plays, you're seeing it. They are trying. Orem is trying to get the ball to the edges, let their playmakers make plays. Lance Reynolds doing a great job facilitating. And you get the ball to a guy like Iangi, he's going to be able to make guys miss. And Bountiful's going to really have to adjust and showcase their speed on defense, which they have.
And now you get the dreaded shoot from shadow into light. You can see their uniforms going to be glowing here for a second while these we're going to have shadows here going this way. 3-by-1 formation. Reynolds going to keep it on the ground with Toa. And Toa keeps his feet moving inside the 5-yard line, has a first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Orem.
Toa is a big boy. That's a big boy running that football. I don't want to tackle him. I mean, I'm a big guy, and I don't want to tackle him at all.
There's a lot of people agree with you. Toa has 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, based on what's reported, he has 2 rushing touchdowns this season. So 1st and goal from the 5. And again, 2-by-2 formation. Saliaponga and Young to the top of the screen. Keep it on the ground with Toa. Toa slips a tackle, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Orem Golden Tigers.
There he is right there. Toa tough to bring down there in the red zone up against the goal line. Great play, great read. Really well blocked. Once again, the offensive line got back to themselves in this drive. That's exactly what Orem needed. After 2 crazy drives, they needed a big score to settle themselves down and get back into this game. Great execution by the Orem offense.
Now, you mentioned it. Just get themselves settled in with the 2 unfortunate turnovers, the one leading to a pick 6, to come back and just show themselves and really show Bountiful, hey, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah. It's a long drive from Orem, you know. It takes a little bit of time to adjust.
The kick is good. And with just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter is 14-7. You are watching the 5A State Football Tournament on KSLSports.com. And welcome back into Larry Wall Stadium. Dusty Lister and Jeff Hansen with you.
Dusty, we got to address something real quick. That last drive, I said, hey, I'm a big guy. I don't want to tackle him. You said, yeah, I think most people would agree with you. You think most people would agree that I'm just kind of the big guy here?
Always
You're
turning
making
into
fat
that.
jokes in the first quarter?
Me. I'm saying most people say, I want no part of Toa.
I hope that's what you mean.
3 years ago, 2 years ago, I'd be able to make that joke. Not now. As Satuala is back deep for this kick. You're going to take it at the 10-yard line and never really got a chance there. Orem, great kick, and gonna pin Bountiful deep, who's they have only run one offensive play.
Kind of a weird return there from Satuala, kind of nonchalant. You could tell he was looking to find a crease, but Orem had that kick covered really, really well. There was nothing there.
For high school games, as far as
I'm not going to give it like Bump Bailey. He lost it in the sun. I don't think that's it was interesting. I think he was kind of waiting for his seam to pop open, but didn't. Well, Bountiful is 1 for 1 on offense. 1 play, 1 touchdown for Corbin Cottle, who is in the backfield with Gilman. And it is Corbin Cottle on the carry. And Cottle has a couple yards near the 20-yard line. As we mentioned, Cottle had a spectacular year last year. Broken collarbone in week 1. I think he re-aggravated that against Box Elder.
Which is too bad. Corbin Cottle, one of the most special players in the state of Utah. It's good to see him back for the playoffs. High school football's better when the best players are healthy and playing, and Corbin Cottle absolutely fits that definition.
2nd down. So 2 backs in the backfield here for Gelman. Gilman going to keep it again with Corbin Cottle. And again, that Orem front. You can say lots of things about this defense now. But one thing you know is they're going to play physical brand of football. And they stood him up and dropped him for a no gain or maybe even a loss of 1. I believe on the stop there for the Tigers was number 18. And that would be Cole Johnson.
That's what Orem's going to have to do. This Bountiful offense, they don't like to throw the ball a ton. They like to get themselves going with the running game, especially the running game up the middle. If it's going to look like this, Bountiful's going to have to figure something else out.
Absolutely. If you're going to get any success, they have to be able to move Taden Sau. Big 52 in the Josh Singh position. Gonna throw Gilman. Gets hits and he throws, and they'll say complete pass. Got to him, and Gilman was popped. It'll be 4th down and long for the Braves, and they're gonna have to punt it away.
Really good stand by the Orem defense. The offense did exactly what the Tigers needed them to do on the last drive. Now the defense forces a quick 3 and out. LR3, he's so good we say his name 3 times. He's gonna get the ball back with a chance to really start this whole game over again.
Yeah, LR3. LR3.
There it is.
LR3. Got to do it 3 times.
There it is.
It's like the boogeyman. He's going to show up. Black to punt it away. Got some pressure on that from Orem. Going to take a Bountiful roll at around the 45-yard line.
We are abusing this 45-yard line. It feels like all the action has happened right here in front of us.
But you can see Bountiful football. It's where they live, right here, 45 to 40.
I like it. It's right here in front of us. We don't have to squint. You don't have to look or think. It's just right in front of you.
In fact, you don't have to think. If you need to get the next step in your life, go to Western Governors University. Go to wgu.edu to learn more. Number 1, get your 4-year degree at your own time, your own pace. And then after that, get your 1-year MBA. You really want to, I said it on Saturday, if you want to be like Dane Stewart,
which we all do.
Some cash, yeah. You need to get that MBA, and you can get that in 1 year at Western Governors University, wgu.edu to learn more. Quickly out to Yongi. Yongi slips 1, powers his way to the 50-yard line as a gain of 5, maybe 6. They might mark him at the 49. And then
once again, you see Lance Reynolds immediately. I mean, he held onto that ball for less than a half second, gets the ball out to the numbers to Iongi. It's clear that Orem is going to try to spread out this Bountiful defense.
and make him cover him in space, right?
It's tough to do. When you have athletes like Orem has, it's really hard to cover them in space. If they can make Bountiful, force Bountiful to do that, that's exactly what they want to have happen.
So 2nd down and 4. Going to keep it on the ground. Toa slips a couple tackles, gets popped, leans forward, has the first down.
Out.
And actually, the ball may have come out the end. Still haven't seen an official. And it's the 3rd turnover of the quarter. Salia Ponga comes out with the ball around the 40-yard line saying, look, I've got it. How you giving him the ball? This feels like Oregon, Oklahoma back in 2006.
No, we're going to have a meeting of the UN as the refs figure this out. The signal from the referee, well, it is. It's Bountiful ball. The signal from the referee was hesitant at first. Like they signaled Bountiful, and then they were kind of like maybe not sure. Now a meeting of the minds.
And then go back through, hey, what did you have? I had this. What did you have? The white hat had come in and spoken.
Dusty, I know that you make me be kind to officials when it's red zone. Do I still have to be kind to officials when we're on site?
You disagree. That works.
Is that the kind way to do it?
That is, yeah. And the other kind of way is to say they're closer than we are. And also in football, you don't know when that ball stopped moving either.
You don't. No, it's tough. Any call on those, the bottom of the pile calls, that is tough to do.
So 1st and 10 after the fumble. Going to go back to Cottle. Corbin coming near side, and he's driven down around the 50-yard line. There'll be a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Just what Bountiful wants to do, stay ahead of the chain, stay on schedule. 5-yard run from Cottle, that's their bread and butter right there.
Just really missed not being able to have that with them this year. I joked that he ran for 1,800 yards in the last 4 games because he was Tavita Valetti last year in the state of Utah.
Absolutely unreal. And it's good to see him getting back into form. He picked up 25% of his season total on the first carry of the game.
2nd down and 6. Geilman gonna fire complete on the screen. Bit of a seam and some more. Another big play for Bountiful on the catch and run on the screen is Bountiful's number 6, Ford Cresswell. 1st and 10, Bountiful.
Really, really good play call there. Orem was bringing the heat. Number 58 laid a great block behind the play to spring Cresswell free. We waited for his blockers, really patient on the screen. That's as explosive of a play as you're going to see from the passing game of this Bountiful offense.
And I want to put the ball in harm's way unless they're throwing to number 11.
I would throw to number 11 a lot.
Kid works hard. We saw him here. We did our videos here. He was running routes the whole time we were doing this. So Cottle goes in motion at the top of the screen for the bunch. Geilman pumped to Cottle. He was looking for Satawala. Had nowhere to go. That's a tuck it, and he's dropped for the sack. Great job on the back end of that defense.
Yeah, Orem held up. They saw that play coming. They held up really well on the back end of the secondary.
And that will probably be the final play of the first quarter. And a first quarter of a ton of action. A pick 6, an interception, a fumble recovery. Cottle runs for 50+. We got touchdown runs. Folks, you don't want to go anywhere. At the end of one, it is Bountiful 14, Orem 7. You're watching a 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com, presented by Heidemann Associates and Western Governors University. Start of the second quarter, Dusty Litster and Jeff Hansen with you. We know there's some technical issues. We'll get those worked out here momentarily. But a very fortuitous first quarter for the Bountiful Braves as they took 2 turnovers, turned them into 14 points. This is working off the 3rd turnover here, looking to make it 3 for 3 of extra possessions with touchdowns. 2nd and 12, going to run Geilman. And Geilman near the 30-yard line gets inside of it. It'll make it a 3rd down and long for Bountiful.
You mentioned a fortuitous first quarter for Bountiful. 14 points. Dusty, their season high in points this year is 24. This is not a high-scoring offense. To get 14 first-quarter points is an absolute dream scenario for the Redhawks.
We talk about this team. They run the football even without Corbin Cottle. Owen Geilman passed for just about 1,000 yards. I got 998. I'm going to give him 1,000.
Yeah, I will too.
We'll give him a grand. So 7 TDs, 4 picks. They also rushed for 303 yards as well. So 3rd down and 8. No Satawala on the field, and a timeout taken here by Coach Freck.
Timeout, Redhawks.
So 11:13 left in the half, and the first timeout to be burned by Bountiful.
If you follow the college football teams in the state, between Coach Kalani, Coach Kyle, we don't talk about injuries. We don't speculate. I have to wonder if something's going on because I'm not Kalani or Kyle. I'm going to speculate. Satawala's walking around a little gingerly on the sidelines. You've seen him in a couple of plays where it doesn't look like he's full go. And for him to not be on the field on that 3rd down makes you wonder if there's something there that we're going to need to keep an eye on as this game goes on.
Well, they need him not just on offense. They got to have him on defense. One of their better defenders in the back end of this defense as well. And I wonder if they noticed he wasn't out there or what. But Because right now being attended to here on the sideline is Ben Smith. And he's coming off. Satawala not going to be on this play. So 3rd and long without their deep threat.
Makes you wonder if they're going to run this ball, and you're kind of in 4-down territory anyways. Maybe that's the plan here.
So a 2-by-2 formation. Cottle in the backfield. Orem showing pressure. They don't bring it. Geilman rolls to his right. Fires, got a man, complete for the first down. Near the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Braves. A great job being patient. Jacob Brooks on the catch and run.
That was a big message from Coach Freck to just say, hey, Jeff, Dusty, quit speculating and let me call this game.
He went straight up Kyle Van Noy on Twitter on us.
Yes, he did. What a play. I mean, the execution of that, the rollout, they had the backside blocking. That was a really pretty, really well executed, pretty play by Bountiful.
And they're going to run near side, quarterback run. Orem sniffed it out, built a wall. He sniffs a couple. That's Satawala. Satawala gets back to the line of scrimmage before he's bumped out of bounds.
One of the most impressive runs for no gain that you're going to see.
Right. And it took me a second. I wanted to look at my roster. What's throwing me off is a couple years ago during COVID year, we did all of Bountiful's home games, and I did a lot of them, and I still have some of those numbers stashed in my head.
That's what happens when you're a wily vet like you. You've seen it all.
I almost say Ben Aird a couple of times. A former Bountiful tight end and UVU Wolverine. The biggest tight end I've ever seen. As did not go Cottle. Geilman dives toward the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 7. Actually, call it the 6.
This is a huge possession for Bountiful. This offense, we've talked about it, they're not a high-scoring, explosive offense. When they're inside the 10-yard line, they have to convert.
You can't leave them empty. You know, when they played Box Elder here at home, they were able defensively to keep Box Elder out of the end zone and the red zone. And that helped them win that game.
Tough to do against Orem.
So 3rd and goal. They'll go Geilman again on the zone read. And Geilman is stopped at the 6, losing his lid. Might have to come off the field is Boston Hendry. And so now 4th and goal and decision time here for Coach Freckleton.
Doesn't look like this is going to be much of a decision. Oh, here's the kicking team.
Under the 5-yard line. 4th and goal from the 5.
They're going to take the points.
If this were red zone, Dusty, we move away.
Yeah.
We don't watch kicks very often. I almost don't remember what happens.
I will say this is a tough surface to kick off of. Let's put it that way. So, gonna be a 22-yard attempt. He got plenty of it. And the kick is good. Bountiful takes that 3rd turnover and extends their lead to 10.
Yeah, big by Bountiful to just get points on the board. I wonder if they wanted to go for that, and if Cottle would have been able to get just another couple of yards, set that up as a 4th and 2, 4th and 3. I got a hunch that they would have gone for the points, gone for the touchdown. But as it was at 4th and 5, 4th and 6, you got to take the points in that situation.
Take the points, and you think that they might get going offensively because they've moved the football. Speaking of Orem, they just turned it over. The defense has played well for Bountiful.
3 turnovers.
Yeah.
3 turnovers, 2 interceptions. Lance Reynolds has only thrown 8 interceptions all year. Now, neither of these interceptions were crazy bad throws. Just fluky play on the one and then a great defensive effort on the other. But still, uncharacteristic ball security from the Orem Tigers.
So once again, kicking it away for Bountiful is number 31, Landon Zayas.
Dusty, can we do the way? Let's do it. The kickoff's coming.
And the line drive kick can be taken by Ungi inside the 10-yard line. Ungi coming near, probably far side, slips one across the 40. And Ungi finally stood up. And now the rugby scrum comes to a halt at the 44-yard line. 2 good returns here for the Tigers.
Yeah, that one was, there was a crease there. Yangi did a really good job to find it and to hit it. Bountiful's going to have to shore that up because that's a couple of kickoffs now where it has been close that Iongi breaks one.
So back comes Lance Reynolds, the third, and the Tigers. As we mentioned, the 3 turnovers, but they moved the football. They scored the touchdown on their third drive. Can they stay within themselves down 10? Reynolds hands off to Toa. And let the big fella get over the turnover. Toa inside of Bountiful territory, and gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, he runs with a kind of speed. I mean, he looks like a freight train coming right up the middle. He's tough. I mean, you got to have some fortitude to stand in front of him.
Some intestinal fortitude?
Yes.
Second down and a yard to go here for Orem. Iongi can go in motion. Fire left, a nice job of breaking on that ball, breaking it up is Ford Cresswell, his second pass breakup. Actually, he had the interception too.
He did. Cresswell, he read that ball beautifully. If Lance Reynolds doesn't put as much juice as he did on that throw, we're talking about a second pick 6. Cresswell had that read from the jump.
Looking like Malcolm Butler at the goal line there on the slant.
Yeah, you run the ball with Toa. You run the ball with Toa.
It's Iongi in the backfield on 3rd down and 1. Imagine 2-down territory. Reynolds fires near side. Iongi. And Satawala comes up with a stop, a loss of a yard. It'll be 4th down and 2. I thought just for a moment, a double pass opportunity. That was a lateral.
It was a backwards pass, really well read by Satawala from the safety spot. And he comes up and he makes the play. Iongi had the ball in space, tried to make a man miss. Satawala showed that maybe my speculation about injuries, I should stop.
Yeah.
I've speculated twice so far today. I'm 0 for 2.
He's used to the surface, but here we go. 4th down and 2. Orem picked up a 4th and 3. On the opening drive of the game. It was a throw to Iongi. Power pistol. Gonna go on the ground. Toa picks up the first down. 1st and 10. Orem inside the 45-yard line.
Oh, we got a flag here late. It's going to be some kind of an unsportsmanlike. I'm curious to see on who. Both teams were kind of jawing back and forth.
The Bountiful fans think for sure it's going against Orem. And dead ball penalties, man,
it's a killer.
You got to keep your wits about you. Because you'll have the first down, but you're going to lose all the yardage and then some if it's on Orem.
I think this might go the other way.
Yeah, so at the 43-yard line, would put the ball at the 28-yard line if it's on Bountiful.
Our meetings of the minds, am I still allowed not to say anything? Because this is taking forever.
You got to wait and see first. There we go. Personal foul on Bountiful. So put the ball at the 28. So get the first down on the 4th and 2. Get aided by a penalty here by Bountiful, and now Orem really in business.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Tough result. Absolutely a dream scenario for Orem. Now they're knocking on the door. You got to keep your heads with you after the whistle. Coach Freck is not going to be happy about that one in film.
So 1st and 10 after the penalty. Reynolds was looking near side. Now it's come off of it. Going to fire to the flat. The pass is incomplete. Pass intended for Toa.
Well covered on the back end by the Bountiful secondary there. Lance Reynolds trying to push the ball down the field. He tried a couple of different times, but everything was covered up. Ultimately had to throw it away. Well done by the Bountiful secondary.
Yeah, just being smart with the football is Reynolds. That's kind of a big thing here inside the 30-yard line. And again, we apologize if we're seeing any type of delay, audio, the video, we'll get that worked out just as soon as we can. 2nd down and 10. Going to keep it on the ground. And as Toa on the carry, Toa going to have the 24-yard line. Maybe 23 can make it 3rd down and short for Orem.
I'll give you one guess who gets the ball right here. 3rd and short?
3rd and short. I'm going back to Toa.
This is Toa territory is what this is.
They're sticking with the big fella. We'll actually call it 3rd down and 5 with 2 down territory for sure. That's Johnson in motion. Fire over the middle, and intercepted up the Karam. The second time today the Bountiful's got it. The 3rd pick, the second one off of the Karam, off of the receiver's hands.
That was such an unbelievable catch. He went full swan dive after the tip to catch that ball. Unbelievable.
You know what it was? Max Tooley versus Arizona State.
Yes.
You take the Bountiful grad, bring him back. It's the exact same play against ASU last year.
That's the kind of karma that you expect to have when you bring legends back before the playoffs. It worked, Max. It worked.
So the 3rd turnover, or probably 4th turnover, 3rd interception of the first half. And for Reynolds, that's why they got to come up with a new stat of WRIT. As they're going to keep it on the ground, it's Corbin Cottle. And Cottle still on his feet. Across the 40-yard line to the 42. Number 4, looking good.
That's what Corbin Cottle does for this Bountiful offense. His balance is special. His ability to take a hit, keep his feet, and keep going. That's the kind of stuff that you see from next-level players. That balance is really, really difficult to do. When you get hit, you expect to go down.
You know who he reminds me of? We had a illegal motion. Legal formation against Bountiful, going to back them up. But the finish, I thought, you know what it reminds me of? The college version of the former Springville running back and Weber State running back, Trevin Smith.
Yeah, he does. He looks a lot like him. His ability to just like absorb pressure and then continue with what he was doing it's special. I mean, you talk about balance with guys like Britton Covey.
Yeah.
Corbin Cottle does it differently. He absorbs the pressure where Covey just kind of bounced around like a pinball. Cottle he does it differently, but it's just as effective.
Corbin Cottle is so much fun. First time I get to see him in person and just absolutely, well, I should take that back. He was a sophomore. Saw him a little bit, but just to see this version of him is so spectacular. Glad he's healthy and back. So we'll go again, 1st and 20. It doesn't matter if it's 1st and 10 or 1st and 20. It is going to Corbin Cottle. And Cottle has 3, maybe, yeah, he's got 3 yards on the 1st down carry, 2nd down and long.
Yeah, good response from Orem. They take advantage of that penalty, right? That kind of bails them out after the Corbin Cottle long run. Orem does what they need to do to keep Bountiful behind the chains.
If you just joining us, Dusty Litster and Jeff Hansen with you. Been an absolute blast. We got 5 games coming your way right now on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Timpview East about ready to get started. We got AF already going against Mountain Ridge. West Jordan. And going to keep it on the ground again with Cottle. Corbin bounced off one, not bouncing off another. And a good job of corralling him on the stop for Orem is Giovanni Canesi.
Yeah, he did exactly what you needed to do there, Canesi. You can't hit Corbin Cottle. You got to wrap him up. And he did right there, didn't let go. That's how you bring Corbin Cottle down.
You have to do what Kate Winslet did not do in the Titanic. You can't let go. She promised it, didn't do it.
You know, I did not have Titanic reference on my bingo board tonight. But I'm glad you did that.
3rd down and 10. Geilman, he's firing near side, got his man for the 1st down, across the 35, across the 40, and out of bounds. Actually going to mark him at the 39, and on the catch and run for Bountiful was Sam Stevenson, and it's a fresh set of downs for Bountiful.
That play was open from the beginning. The Orem had 1 defender taking on 2 receivers running deep routes. Once the routes split, quarterback just had to sit and pick which one. That's the easiest read for a quarterback to make right there. Stevenson was wide open.
Oh, he went out of bounds. I'm waiting for the to start the clock, but near the 5-minute mark left in the first half. Geilman setting up a screen. Oh, they nearly got it. They did! Just like the first try for Orem. A pick on a screen, and it looked like he got in the end zone. Big man with football. Mark him at the 1. What a play by Orem's Eniasi Matina nearly got in there.
Wow, what a play. You never see that tip drill, tip the screen to yourself and run it back. We've seen it twice in this game. Both of them nearly went for touchdowns. I think he might have been in.
I think he was in, but they were behind him.
They were behind him. Couldn't keep up with the big man. He was out in front of everybody.
I apologize. We don't have the pylon cam. We're working on it.
Yeah,
we're working on it.
We'll get there. That's next year.
But I don't want to stop the game to review it either. But here we go. First and goal. Orem got to feel like, finally, fair to me now. Fair to me now.
And first and goal from, basically the foot line, Dusty. This is, once again, TOA territory. I'm going to put a trademark on that by the end of the night.
That's a good one. But it's actually Cole Johnson, the deep back, the defensive end. Gonna go to Johnson, a big man in the end zone. Cap off the interception on the screen for 6. And it is a 4-point game, point after, coming up.
Wow, what a game, Dusty. I mean, we've seen a little bit of everything so far. If you're Bountiful and you have 4 first-half turnovers and only a 3-point lead, you got to feel a little bit shaky about how that's played out.
Right, think about it. You got 2 touchdowns, 1 on the pick 6. You get the field goal, so 3 out of 4 you get scoring drives. The other one leads to theirs.
Man. Great defense. The efforts on both of those tip drill interceptions off the screens.
You got 3 unreal. Rewind top 5 plays and performance kind of stuff. As the kick is up and good. A 3-point game. We got a good one at Bountiful. We'll be back at Larry Wall Field. It is Bountiful 17, Orem 14. You're watching the 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
I had to go to the Wayback Machine to get the Roller Coaster Tycoon music out of my head.
Roller Coaster Tycoon being played here. I'm going to play it for the fans too. Say, hey, what do you got? Because I've actually seen on a commercial, there was this game back in the day called Worms, back when I was in high school. And you had like little voices, and it was like they ran, and you had a different.
I wish
it was a blast. Trust me, it was fun.
I wish you could. Everybody could see the blank look I'm giving Dusty as he describes things before the Pioneers.
Yeah.
Worms, Dusty, worms.
You had like battle stuff. It was like Battletoad stuff, and yeah, it was awesome. And I'm usually just a sports game guy. Satawala takes that one at the 18, and Satawala looking for a seam. And double ones across the 40 to the 42-yard line, where the Bountiful offense and Corbin Cottle will come back out. How do they bounce back after their first, hole in the armor?
Yeah. I could watch Satawala return kicks all day long. He is one of the most patient return men. It reminds me of Cody Hoffman when he would return kicks at BYU, that it doesn't look like he's running very hard, and then all of a sudden he's on the 40-yard line.
You're thinking of like Friday night game against UCF?
Yeah, that's the one.
So out comes Geilman, Cottle in the offense. And go up the middle, and again, another big gain on the ground. Look, Bountiful's going to line up and run it at you. Brigham Morrison has that carry, 1st and 10 inside of Orem territory.
We got to give some love to this Bountiful offensive line. They are opening up creases in the middle of this Orem defense on just about every run. It's when Bountiful's trying to get the ball to the outside that Orem is beating them to the edge. But up the middle, Bountiful's done really well in the first half of this game.
Coswell, the outside receiver near side. Geilman hands off to Cottle. He bounces outside. Cottle had to get his footing right before he makes a cut. That is knowing your field like the Celtics used to know the Garden floor.
Yeah, if he didn't run to the beach, Dusty, he might have taken that to the house. But he hit this little spot between the 30 and the 40. I think that's where people lay out to go tan in the middle of the afternoon. That's the only explanation for sand right there.
You know, it's just working on your sand wedge game. It's Rocky and Apollo running that spot right there. for a 1st and 10 at the 35. Geilman gonna run, straight quarterback blast. Bounced outside, Geilman has some more room. Slips another tackle inside the 20. A flag comes out at the end. It'll be a 1st down, no doubt. They might be backing him up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get Bountiful for either a block in the back or a hold here. The block that sprung the long run, kind of an unnecessary block. It looked like the Geilman had already beat that. It was behind him. But it's gonna back this one up.
You talk about those big guys up front have been opening big holes as London Wood, big man number 66, Brian Bushman, 64, Roman Groves, and crew. They have been outstanding. We'll get the next two as soon as they turn their backs a little bit on this too. But I've been super impressed with what this offensive line has done.
Yeah. Still a gain of 5 even with the penalty. That's how you know it was a good run, when you can get called back and you still gain 5 yards.
Right. So 1st and 5 after the penalty yards brought back. Satuala back on offense, outside receiver near side and trips. And it's going to be Cottle, and a great job of that Orem front. They got in there. Penetration kills the running game, and it was Saliaponga leading the way.
Man, I could watch Saliaponga. Just watch him. Whether he plays, he's just a ball of energy. He's so fun to watch. And you can tell this Orem defense really responds to what he brings to this team. Man, he's fun to watch. And he's really good.
He is really, really good. We're talking about the offer from Tennessee. Came the week of the Alabama game.
That feels a little bigger that week, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hey, if you haven't checked out the song Orange and White, highly recommended. 2nd down and 5. Gonna go on the ground, and Morrison it's a loss of 1 by Morrison. It'll be 3rd down and a long 5 now for Bountiful.
And we're right here again in Bountiful, kind of 4-down territory, a little bit of no man's land. 3rd and 5, I gotta think that they got 2 plays here to move the chains.
You know, Orem's thinking screen again. 3rd and 5, either outside or running back screen.
I would be hesitant to throw screens because so far every one of them is being tipped up in the air for an interception.
I was saying this would be different. Hey, I'm not even looking at penetration. Hey, you see the guy on the outside? He's not doing John Cena. He's just warning you, screen's coming. 3rd down and 5, and his Geilman has nowhere to go. Dropped in the backfield. Great job of reading his edge, keeping his edge, get to the quarterback. That is Tuli Kihihifo.
Yeah, just a big play. And now what do you do if you're Bountiful? We talk about it being 4-down territory. Now it's 4th and 12. They got to bring the punt team on.
They're going to try to pin him deep and force the Orem offense to go the long way.
Tuliki Hihifo with just an unbelievable burst on that play.
And Gabe Sewell's going to take the timeout. We'll take it with him. As this first half has been crazy. Just about a minute and a half left here in the first half. You're watching the 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
$1:29 left in the first half. Dusty Litster, Jeff Hansen with you. We got a fun one here on a Football Friday.
I can't believe there's only a minute and a half left in the half. This has been a fun one.
Mentioned last year was 40-33.
Yeah. I thought we'd get there after the first minute and a half of this game when Bountiful was up 14-0.
Right.
Things have slowed down a little.
Well, the funny thing was a year ago, Dane did this game, and I remember we were talking, and it's like, well, I don't know if Bountiful can hang with them if it scores a lot. Oh, it's only a Ponga with the block. We got 2 interceptions off of screens. We got a Karen pick, and now a block punt.
Because why not? Why not? Everything that is crazy that could happen has happened so far in this first half. It feels like a blocked kick was just the last thing that we needed to say this is one crazy game of football.
What's your crusade? You've told me, Jeff. We've been doing it all fall long.
Get out and watch high school football.
And nothing else, just hang out on the stream with us. I mean, you're going to see stuff that Jeff got to learn in red zone, all the games we got up and all the crazy stuff, at least once a night. We've got 2 or 3 games that just insane stuff happens, and here we are in person watching it as well. So after the block punt, out comes Reynolds. Looking left, firing left. Got a man and just overthrown. The intended receiver there was Boston Salenbeck, and so it'll be second down and 10.
It looked like Boston Salenbeck. It looked like he slowed down just a little bit on that route. Lance Reynolds kind of double pumped it. It made me wonder if that wide receiver, maybe he didn't think that ball was going to come to him. And ultimately, the ball's overthrown just a little bit. Looked like a little miscommunication between quarterback and receiver.
Hey, long up the sideline is not bad as long as it's not long over the middle, right?
Right.
Second down and 10. Gonna go to the ground, Toa. And Toa dropped in the backfield. Morrison knifes in there and gets the stop. How about this young man? He's been outstanding on the defensive end. Brigham Morrison, 81 tackles, 82 right there.
If you have a name like Brigham Morrison, I feel like you're destined to just rack up tackles.
Yeah. Where's the beard?
That's right.
By the way, folks, this is 8th TFL on the year. 3rd down and 12. Reynolds rolls near side. He's going to throw it away, and it will be 4th down. And there's fans wanting intentional grounding. That is not intentional grounding. Don't worry about that.
He was well outside the pocket. Jacob Brooks comes on a corner blitz, and ultimately Lance Reynolds had no choice. There was nowhere for him to go. That blitz got home quick. Kind of a disappointing result after the block punt.
Right. Could not get anywhere. And you just see how well coached, disciplined of this Bountiful defense. Everything was in front.
Yeah.
And nothing even intermediate on that. So now Bountiful showing block here.
It's a fake.
And they're going to run the fake. And nowhere to go. Youngie gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it. So call it the 5th turnover of the half for Orem.
Dusty, what else is there to say? Of course there's a fake punt.
We're just going to have to.
So 40 seconds left in the half. Orem doesn't air the ball out, but you got Satawala on the outside.
I mean, the way that this first half has gone, Dusty, I'm expecting the Hail Mary to be caught for a touchdown in the waning seconds of the half. I mean, it feels like that's the only appropriate ending to this half.
Well, Bountiful fans will remember it was going this way that Ryder Burton found Walker Deedy part 2. But it was on that far side of the end zone on the one going to our left. Not to drudge up bad memory for the scarlet and red. Gonna throw. Geilman rolling near side. Johnson giving chase. He fires deep. Got a man. Makes the adjustment. Makes the catch at the 10. Sam Stevenson at the 9.
Man, the adjustment by Stevenson, Dusty. He looked like Willie Mays out there. He had to find that ball, come all the way back to it. That is a heck of a catch, as good of a catch as you're going to see from a wide receiver in this game.
Calling him down in bounds, I think the accurate call. So the clock is running on 1st and goal from the 9. Geilman fires, goes for Satawala. I think it's the right spot, and overthrows him. Only let 11 get to that ball.
Give me a chance to catch my breath with the incomplete pass. Holy cow. I can't believe that Stevenson caught that ball. The way that he had to come back to it and adjust it, I know he didn't see it until that ball was halfway through the air.
How about it, folks? He was running, looks over his right shoulder, his inside, turns all the way around to come get that ball.
Unbelievable. Brady Christensen played center field for the Bountiful baseball team. That's what that looked like. Just a little bit smaller.
Yeah. Sam Merrill was a wide receiver on this football team. The #1 pick of the G League. Gonna throw. Geilman fires to the Satawala. Could not pull that one in. And he'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Good coverage by Harrison Barker for Orem. Satawala's not an easy guy to cover, especially when he gets to be physical. Barker, man, he did a great job on that one. And really, quarterback had one place to put that ball, and he put it right where he needed to.
That's a great job on the outside of running the route for the receiver. I believe on that coverage was Harrison Barker. You mentioned Harrison Barker.
Harrison Barker, yeah.
So now you understand why Al Michaels repeats all the things that Kirk Herbstreit says.
Yes.
You got so much stuff going through your brain. I think he said that.
We'll get there, Dusty.
3rd and goal. Oh, pressure comes. Gallman gets away. He has Stevenson in the flat. Couldn't get him the ball. Stevenson was wide open again. It'll be 4th and goal from the 9. Take the points or go for it?
No, I mean, I'm a big believer in the football gods, and the football gods clearly want something crazy to happen. So I can only assume it will be a blocked field goal that's somehow returned for a touchdown.
Right.
So you got to try to get the touchdown.
So timeout taken here from Bountiful. We'll take it too. We're going to be right back. Final play of the half coming up here in the 5A state tournament.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
He said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
And welcome back to Larry Wall Field. Dusty Litster, Jeff Hansen with you. And it will be a field goal attempt for Bountiful from the 9. So 7 yards for the snap to the 16, so a 26-yard field goal.
The football gods want this to be a fake field goal, Dusty. It's too crazy to not.
Well, let's see. We have all kinds of craziness. And now
looks
a
42.
false start penalty. 42, that is Justice Taufa.
Just got a little ahead of himself, makes this field goal just a little bit tougher to make.
Gaius coming out for the field goal. Oh, it's a line drive kick and no good.
17 to 14 to go into this next half.
That wasn't why I was going but we'll take it. 6 seconds left of the half. Remember that clock on your screen is unofficial. We'll get that adjusted. Your bingo card full yet?
Oh
Man.
my gosh.
You gotta go blackout because I don't know if we can get him in the line.
I've got a side ache from all the excitement up here, Dusty. I'm jumping around. Can't breathe. I mean, I fully expect Orem to come out and throw it deep here because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, just
Looking like we'll go into the half 17 to 14 for the Redhawks. We'll just have to see if the Redhawks go for anything.
so out comes Orem. Apologize, we had a lot of games happening right now. So 2-by-2 formation. See if they're gonna go all verts. No, they're gonna go Youngie. Youngie looking for a bit of a crease. He's got the first down marker, and that will do it for the end of the first half. Jeff, we're going to halftime. Your thoughts on what we just saw?
I'm flabbergasted. What a marathon, a whirlwind. I don't even know. I don't know what the word is. Just an unbelievable half of football. And ultimately, both teams have had a lot of mistakes, had a lot of good things that happen. 17-14, it's anybody's ball game.
Absolutely. We go to the break. You're watching a game, or KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates, brought to you by Western Governors University, UCCU, and the Salt Lake Running Company, and Mountain Land as well. We'll be back. We're at halftime here at Larry Wall Stadium. And welcome back into Larry Wall Stadium. Dusty Litster and Jeff Hansen. And what was it? Start of the third quarter after what was a, unpredictable, zany, crazy,
wild. Insane.
Just crazy first half. That had 6 total turnovers, a block punt, caromed interceptions, 2 screens that were intercepted and taken back, 1 for 6. And but here we are, 17-14. It'll be Bountiful getting the ball to start the half. It'll be Satawala on the return, coming near side, looking for a block. Satawala at the 30. Makes a little jump move and out to the 34-yard line. And that is where this Red Hawk offense will come out and Jeff, they had a pretty decent first half with a great defensive effort with all the turnovers. And it's good to see Corbin Cottle got into a rhythm in that first half as well.
It was, and it was good to see both offenses, frankly, get into a rhythm a little bit, settle down after the first quarter jitters. I'm really curious to see how they're able to continue that momentum here in the second half.
So there's Geilman going to throw on first down, nothing doing. He is sacked. Nice job of getting in there by Orem, and it was number 78. We don't have a 78 on our roster.
It's been interesting, Dusty, to see Bountiful throw the ball a little bit more than they're used to. It feels like they're really trying to open things up. Maybe they feel like they have to, knowing that Orem offense is capable of scoring so much so quickly.
I wonder if I was looking for 78, it was 18, and Cole Johnson with the sack there. So second down and 13 after the sack. Geilman going to give off to Cottle. And Cottle, a short gain, and again on the stop is Cole Johnson. And it'll be third down and long.
And Cottle gets Bountiful just back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be third and a long 10. This is just not typically Bountiful's strength, but tonight we've seen Bountiful on a couple of different occasions convert on third and longs.
So third down and long for Bountiful. Two receivers to each side. Satawala, the outside receiver near side. As Geilman looks over the middle, looks for Satawala and overthrows him. And Satawala, though he is big, could not get to that one. It is fourth down, and the punting unit will come on.
Well covered by Boston Hendry. He was with Satawala stride for stride. Maybe a better throw, give Satawala a chance, but that was pretty good coverage by the Orem secondary.
So that Orem defense, actually the play, I thought played pretty well in the first half, kept things in front.
You know, when you're
the running gashes.
And when your offense turns the ball over 4 times and you're able to keep it within a 3-point game, you've got to pat yourself on the back at the end of that half.
So Brigham Black to kick this one away. Youngie on the return. Bountiful defender right there to bring him down. Good job by the headhunter getting down there for the stop, where it'll be probably Orem football with 10:24 left in the third, and a chance to see the adjustments made by Orem's offense. We talked about it, 5 turnovers. That includes turnover on downs at the end of the half in that first half.
Yeah, just an unbelievably uncharacteristic performance by Orem. You expect them to be able to adjust and get back to within themselves here in the second half.
So out comes Lance Reynolds, the third, and the Tigers. Youngie gets off the edge. Youngie has more room and has a first down. A first down carry on first down. A gain of 11.
Really well blocked by Orem there. Number 79, Marley Filiago out there from the tackle position, leading the way for Youngie. Really, really well done.
So at their own 47-yard line, 3 receivers near side. And 1 receiver at the top of the screen, that is Boston Sollenbach, wearing Puka Nakua's number. And it'll be give. Youngie, oh, what a move. He put a move on Mertz. He's got more room. Youngie inside the 30, inside the 20, and Youngie out of bounds at around the 17-yard line. What a run. Foleti Youngie getting things going.
That cutback from Youngie at midfield, he stopped on a dime, Dusty, and totally reversed direction. And really the whole Bountiful defense was in pursuit and had to stop and turn around. Unbelievable run, and it sets up an Orem score here in the red zone.
So Orem at the 20, and you expect him to put the ball in the air, but turn to the ground. Toa comes in the backfield. Tautua comes near side, but it is a give up the middle to Toa, and Toa not getting away from Satawala. Nice job of Satawala getting the stop.
Yeah, that's heavyweight versus heavyweight right there. Satawala and Toa, 2 guys play with a lot of pride, a lot of strength. That was kind of a fun little one-on-one matchup there to watch them spin around.
A little do-si-do.
Yeah, a little pirouette.
I was just waiting to hear the PA guy come on and give the next call. So 2nd down and 7 as Asher Young to the top of the screen along with Celia Ponga. As Young in motion, gonna go on the ground with Toa. Toa looking for an alley, and he gets stood up and driven back. A couple Bountiful defenders there to bring him down.
The early second half adjustment that I've seen from Orem so far, a lot of runs off the tackle, not a lot of runs up the middle, a lot of wide zone runs here, trying to get their running backs away from that stingy Bountiful defense in the middle and let them make plays on the outside.
So 3rd down and 4. Toa in the backfield with Tautua. Gonna throw, was looking to the left. Reynolds coming near side, still looking, keeping eyes downfield, gonna tuck it and run. Gets blasted from behind, but he does have the 1st down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers at around the 6-yard line.
LR3 in the backfield with a little rope-a-dope there. Kind of lulled the defender who had a sack, lulled him to sleep just a little bit, and then was able to make a move. He got popped at the end of that play.
And they have a holding penalty. Yes, some of the refs are throwing yellow hankies, some that are throwing pink hankies, and I missed it.
It's tough to see. I still don't see the flag. Well, that's a tough play. Lance Reynolds got absolutely popped on that play, and now it's for naught. As now it's a 3rd and looks like 3rd and 20 here.
I'll tell you, Lance Reynolds likes to play state games at Bountiful, and I don't mean to bring up bad memories for Coach Maxwell. His freshman year in the 1st round of the state tournament here against Bountiful, hit 7 threes as a freshman. We know because we were there. Gonna throw, Reynolds, pressure comes, fires to the end zone, and it's intercepted! Satawala was waiting on it at the 5. Another turnover for this Bountiful defense. As Satawala gets this one, Bountiful ball at the 5.
LR3, maybe his first poor decision of the night. Satawala was sitting there, camped out in center field at the safety spot, and he had that ball read the entire way.
Well, that's right, because the 3 interceptions, I mean, one was that screen play, great play, 2 off of Karams, and now that one, I mean, they're really the one that was his fault.
Yeah, that really is the first poor decision I think that he's made all night. He's played exceptionally well. You have to wonder if that play on the last play, the hit that he took, plays a role in that.
And that's what got Greg Williams in trouble. All that stuff. Hit the quarterback. But that one was clean. I'm not saying there was something bad done. But out comes Bountiful after the interception. Caught in the backfield of Geilman. Going to go to Cottle, trying to bounce it outside, and Cottle able to slip a few tackles. What could have been a loss is a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and long.
Once again, Corbin Cottle showing you the way that he has to just absorb pressure. He's like a memory foam mattress, Dusty. He just sort of takes it. And it isn't a spring. He doesn't bounce off of it. He just absorbs it, and it becomes part of him as he continues the run.
Not the eggshell one, but like just the memory foam.
Yes, correct. Not purple. And we're not gonna throw out names, but we will. Purple.
Yeah, purple. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you throw out purple, you have to throw in Telebed. They're both Utah companies,
that's
and
true.
Litigation. I don't want any part of it. 2nd down and 7. Again on the ground, it's Cottle. Corbin coming near side. He has 1st down and more. Cottle at the 30. Finally brought down. They'll mark him at the 34. Corbin Cottle. 1st and 10, Bountiful.
Now, Corbin Cottle looks a little bit shaken up on the play as he stumbles over to the sidelines. What a run by Cottle. That's Bountiful football to a T right there.
And I just keep looking to see if we talk about well know what his injury was. I've been wondering when he finally lands on that arm, what that would feel like. And I can tell you for someone from rotator cuff surgery, the first time you hit it, might not hurt, but you're like, wait a minute, is it?
Yeah. I've never had rotator cuff surgery, Dusty, but I can tell you if I get hit in the shoulder, it does hurt.
Cottle, not a rotator for Cottle. Whoa, Geilman, he pulls that, and there is nothing doing. Cole Johnson has been an absolute menace. And now we have a penalty flag on that far side. It's against the sideline. This could be a sideline warning against Orem, maybe? Oh, legal motion. So 2 men in motion on the snap. So it'll be first down on 15.
Dusty, they got us out of the studio this week here at a game, no longer the 69-degree comfort. I got to tell you, starting to get a little chilly here. I'm not used to this.
We were texting about it. I said, we'll be good, and then the sun will go down.
Yeah, and then the sun will go down, and I'll feel every degree. I don't know where the thermostat is. Usually in studio, I don't have to worry about this.
That's because we're not as tough as Chase.
No,
Our camera guy
we're not.
Chase, I mean, he's built different. As they're going to keep it on the ground. And another big carry for this Bountiful offense. Get him to the 35-yard line. A gain of 16 and another Bountiful first down.
And we've got another injury here. Big man for Orem trying to catch a number.
I can't see who it is.
Looks like number 72, I think, here, and he's down in pain.
Well, they attend to him. We'll step aside. You're watching the 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com. That was Taden Sau come off the field.
Now, just to shout something out real quick, when Tau was down on the field, Corbin Cottle, this is after a big run, Corbin Cottle was there trying to make sure that he was okay, do what he could. That's the beauty of high school sports, Dusty.
Right.
There's a level of sportsmanship here that you just don't see at the NFL levels anymore when you get everything else involved. High school is incredible.
It really is. It's what someone's called the truest form of sport. It's high school sports. So we enjoyed doing it. So 1st and 10 after the big run. Gain of 16 on that last carry. So 1st and 10 to the Bountiful offense. Going to keep it on the ground again. Cottle. Gain of maybe 2. Spun down for a short gain.
And Bountiful attacks the hole immediately after Sau leaves. They run right where he left. Good job by Orem to bottle Cottle up.
Brigham Morrison, I want to make sure I had that name right. Morrison had that last long carry. Is on 2nd down and 8. 2 receivers to each side here for Geilman. Is Geilman going to throw, goes screen near side. Orem read it and then brought him down. No gain, nothing doing. On the stop for the Tigers was number 43. That is Inlasi Matina. Inlasi Matina, who had the pick on the screen.
Yeah, he read that play really well. The entire Orem defense had that play read. They had pressure on the quarterback, and they had the coverage on the receiver. You cannot play a screen better than Orem just did.
So 3rd down and 8 for Geilman and the offense. Rolls right, pressure comes, fires to the sideline and incomplete. Just getting rid of the football, trying to preserve a sack there. It'll be 4th down and long, and the Bountiful punting team will come back on.
Really good pursuit by number 17, Jacob Amoto Tuluaula, to stay with the quarterback there on that play. Really, really well done.
And really, really well done by you, Jeff.
Hey, that's my first real test of the night.
And I think when I first started, Peter Tuitupo was like the scariest thing I'd ever seen. Not him, the name, though Peter was menacing. The snap goes over the head. Black gets it back, and it's blocked, but he does get it away. And what could have been nothing, at least is a net punt of about 11 yards.
Woo! Wow, I mean, that was, you got to give the punter credit there. Number 96, what an unbelievably impressive play to be heads up enough to know where the coverage was. He knew he was going to get hit. He knew it was right there, and he still had enough wherewithal to get some positive yards on that play. That's as impressive as a punt as you're going to see.
Yeah. Brigham Black had no quit in him.
No quit.
No quit. We've got another injury on the field. We'll be right back. And as you're watching the 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
So Welcome back, Dusty Lister and Jeff Hansen. Looks like Iongi. That's a big loss. It looked like a cramp, so I don't think it was anything major.
He's kind of stomping his leg a little bit as he walks off the field. It looks like a cramp to me as well. That's a big loss if he can't come back into this game, so hopefully he's able to make it back.
Weird to cramp at night, but such it is. So 1st and 10 after the punt from Brigham Black. Go on the ground, and I believe it was Toa on the carry, and a bunch of Bountiful defenders there for the stop, along with, I believe, number 51. And that is Hank Tippett.
And we saw that adjustment on the last drive, right? That Orem trying to run to the edges a little bit more. With Iongi out, they immediately went right back up the middle, and there's Bountiful and that stingy defense right there at the line of scrimmage to swallow it up.
How about how crazy the first half was? We're almost through the third quarter.
Yeah, that's wild. And all we've had was a crazy punt.
Right. As Reynolds fires to the outside to Asher Young. Young makes a catch, has the first down. Inside of Bountiful territory to the 47-yard line. How about the moves after catch from Asher Young?
Yeah, that's the second or third time tonight, Dusty, that Asher Young, after he gets the ball, man, he is special in space. And Orem did a great job on that one to make the quick pass out to the flat to Asher Young and just let him do his thing. And once again, it's a first down.
Of course, Asher Young was part of the state championship team a couple years ago. Got on the field. And so 1st and 10, going to go to Toa. Toa finds a seam. Man, this guy is running hard and then getting pulled forward. I'm actually surprised you don't get the runner assisted penalty. Remember, you can get it from behind. They don't want you grabbing him forward.
Yeah.
It was push push, not push pull.
Right. Man, Toa, Dusty, you said it. He is running hard. You feel those hits when he is meeting up with those defenders and there's contact. It's cold. I'm hurting a little bit. I really am kind of just trying to find an opportunity to point out that I'm cold.
Okay.
Dusty, I'm cold.
2nd down and 2. Reynolds going to go quarterback draw. The patience, nearly paid off. He got popped at the end. And coming up to make that stop, I believe it was Mertz. It'll be, I believe, 2-down territory, 3rd and inches.
Yeah, Caden Mertz, man, what a hit on Lance Reynolds there. We talk about Toa laying the lumber as a ball carrier. Caden Mertz wanted to show people that, hey, he can hit too.
Yeah, Mertz, one of the leading tacklers for Bountiful. Also one of the leading sack guys. He's got 51 tackles, 7.5 for loss on the season. So 3rd down and 1 for Orem. Iongi back on the field, go on the ground. Toa, he has the first down. 1st and 10, Bountiful around the 35, maybe 36-yard line.
3rd and inches, we knew that is Toa territory right there. And he gets the first down. Bountiful brought everybody to the line of scrimmage, but that Orem offensive line gets just enough push, and Toa does the rest.
When a nickname matches the actual moment.
Yeah.
I mean, that is...
It's almost too
cohesion.
Good.
Yeah.
It is.
So 1st and 10 at the 36. As Lance Reynolds going to check with me to the sideline. The old Mike Gundy offense back in the day. Maybe some would say it was the Oklahoma offense first for Jason White. Led him to a Heisman Trophy without making a decision. So 1st and 10, delay option. But Reynolds just going to keep it. Nice job of Satawala. Attack the position. And Bountiful's defense, great discipline, making the stop. And these Rhett Smith coming up with the stop.
Yeah, Rhett Smith and Satawala on that play does a great job coming up from the secondary and stringing that play out, making it really tough for Orem to find any space whatsoever.
Quite enough clock to run it out and just get to the score.
So how to put some lights on, be able to read our rosters here. Is we're inside of a minute left. Again, that clock on your screen is unofficial. Dusty stepped out for a second. So 2nd down and 9. That's Iongi on motion. Gonna go screen near side. Got the catch to the, or run to the 26 where he goes out of bounds. And on the catch run is, that was Boston on the catch and run. Boston Salenbach. So
Another first down for Orem. One thing that's interesting to watch as Orem gets down here into the red zone, Satuala is tailing from the safety spot. They are putting double coverage over Saleapaga on every single play and have really kind of neutralized him from this offense.
They're going to go to Youngie on the ground. This play was great in their last drive. And Asher Young was out there for the block. Youngie, man, he usually say he used the sideline as an extra defender. He used it as an extra blocker. Got the sideline and turned it upfield. Oh, man. Jeff, that's the end of the third quarter.
Holy cow. This game's going fast.
It's going fast. We had a crazy first half, a fast third quarter, but we got a great fourth quarter coming up. Bountiful leads Orem 17-14. Winner moves on to the quarterfinals. You are watching the 5A state football tournament on KSLSports.com. We've had a crazy three quarters, well, crazy half, a fast third quarter, and here we go in the final stanza. Loser goes home. The winner moves on to the quarterfinals. It is Bountiful leading Orem 17-14. Dusty Lister, Jeff Hansen with you. 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. 2-by-2 formation here for Lance Reynolds. Play action. Reynolds fires to the end zone. Asher Young catches up with it. Did he get it? He did. Touchdown. Orem Golden Tigers.
Just a beautiful throw from Lance Reynolds there. He has one-on-one coverage on the outside, and his guy all night long has been Asher Young. Reynolds puts that ball right in the right spot, and Asher Young tippy-toes his way into the end zone. Big throw. First Orem lead of the night.
A battle back after all the turnovers, all the stuff, all the momentum on the side of Bountiful. And what a dart from LR3, hitting number 3 in the back of the end zone.
Just a beautiful ball by Lance Reynolds, Lance Reynolds, Lance Reynolds.
So the point after. Whoa, that looked wide to the right. Oh, they got it. Okay, that's why we wait. That's why we wait.
That's why we wait.
After is good.
It took me one half, Dusty, to know that I don't speculate anymore.
I normally don't. So way back when, we would do just rewind. It was all cut up. That's why we get the name rewind, because we choke condensed games. We would never show point afters unless they were missed. And so I would always joke with Vince Francis and going, the kick is good at the end, just for fun. I need to get back to that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But Jeff, here we go. Bountiful. What can we learn about Bountiful? Orem comes all the way back. 5 turnovers on the night. That includes a turnover on downs. Craziness. And now they take the lead 21-17.
And you knew that Orem's offense was going to get back into this game. They may not be able to put up 60 like they did a week ago against Uinta, but you knew that they would find themselves and be able to get into the end zone at some point. It's now up to this Bountiful offense, right? This Bountiful offense that likes to play things slow. They like to run the football. Are they going to be able to keep pace with an Orem offense that seems to have found a groove here in the second half?
Well, and the thing of it is that there's no need to get like overly anxious. Down 4, right? They're going to stay in their game. As it's Satawala and Cottle back deep at around the 6-yard line. And it'll be a short kick taken by Satawala. Satawala really had nowhere to go. That short kick worked. It's taking him away. I mean, they kicked it on the line, and he's taking it in rhythm. A different deal, but it'll be Bountiful ball at the 24.
I mentioned it earlier that I just love watching Satawala return kicks. That short kick, Dusty, you nailed it. He had to speed up to go and catch it, and it kind of took him out of his rhythm and took away his ability to find that crease.
And allowed that wedge to get set. So out comes Geilman and the Bountiful offense. Satawala, the near side receiver. And it is Cottle in the backfield. That's Mertz coming on late. And it'll be first down give to Corbin Cottle. Cottle, how about the stutter step? Gets the edge. Corbin Cottle across the 35-yard line.
Woo, you nailed it with the stutter step call. That was foolish, is what that was.
He dead-legged him.
He did. What do the kids call that? The stanky leg?
Is that what it is?
Is that what that
was? Woo! We always say to a running back, hey, we're blocking this guy, blocking it. You're in charge of this one, even when you get the ball. We had 4 white hats all coming. He took care of every one of them. So 1st and 10 after that run from Cottle. Geilman goes back to Cottle. Corbin slips one and is brought down at the 38-yard line. It'll be second down and long.
You just expect Corbin Cottle to make the first guy miss. Just every time he touches the ball. What's really kind of fun to watch on this Orem defense is it really is about that second guy. And that time they did a good job getting the second guy in there after Corbin Cottle breaks one tackle, stopping for a gain of 4.
Can the second guy hold him up and get 3 and 4? Brian?
Right.
Well, Cottle's first carry of the night was a 55-ish yarder.
I think that's the specific number, too, 55-ish.
55.67.
Put that in the box score.
Play action. Will actually go zone read. Geilman going to fire. Oh, the ball was tipped up by Cole Johnson. Man, he got really lucky there. Cole Johnson got his hands on that ball.
A little bit surprised the refs didn't throw a flag for an ineligible guy downfield. That looked like a run. That felt like a run, and that Bountiful offensive line was blocking for a run.
Dewey Gray would be all over it.
He would be.
Dewey Gray would not let that go. The 3rd down and 6 for Bountiful, and they have gone punt, in their last 2 drives. This team likes to run the football. So Geilman looking left. Whoa, he felt pressure, made pressure. Not going to have to tuck and go. Geilman coughed up the football. The ball is still loose. And Orem jumped on it.
Number 41 punched it out. That was Giovanni Sue.
Sua got the strip, and then on the recovery for the Tigers, number 40, I'm going to go that's going to be Giovanni Canesi.
Wow. Just a gut breaker. Geilman, he had the first down. A really impressive run by Geilman to make anything out of that play. 41 just pokes the ball free. Oh, that's a gut-wrenching turnover right there, and really sets Orem up with a chance to kind of put the dagger in this one.
David Tuli Kihihifo had that forced fumble. So out comes LR3 and the Tigers. Youngie in motion. Gonna go Youngie on the jet sweep. Youngie, man, got hit around 4, maybe 5 yards, and this is why you stick with the running game. Even when the Bountiful defense was getting the job done, you stick with the running game, because sooner or later, as Denzel Washington once said, it always works.
It always works. This is where Bountiful, they have relied, Dusty, on their defense all season long. Their defense has carried them. It has won games. It has withstood injuries. This is where this defense has to show that they are the strength of this Bountiful team.
They got 3 plays. And they got them 2nd down and 6. Can you imagine if Orem goes down and scores, goes up 10 in a game where they were down 17. And they're going to fire into the bubble screen. We got a flag, and we're going to have I believe you're going to have a false start penalty. Probably 17-7. So dead ball, false start. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
That play looked a little bit broken from the beginning. Not surprised that somebody moved a little bit early. Looked like Orem was a little bit confused lining up on that one.
So 2nd and 11 here for the Tigers. I want to remind you to make 2022 the year of you. Go to WGU.edu. Find out how you can get to the next step. You're looking for that MBA, get it in a year through Western Governors University. Again, go to WGU.edu. So Reynolds running the option. And Lance finds a seam, gets back the penalty yardage, and then some. And it was a gain of, we'll call it 9. Make it 3rd down and 2, along 2, maybe 3.
Nifty little juke moves by Lance Reynolds on that one. Really, he looked like he was going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage. He turned that into a pretty impressive gain. Shifty moves from the quarterback.
Talked about it. He's a good basketball player as well. Been a 4-year, well, he'll end up being a 4-year basketball player for Coach Perry Wildeboer. So 3rd down and 3, going to go to the ground, and Toa. It is Toa time inside the 30-yard line. Has moved the chains. The clock at 9:50, or probably 8:59, as they set the chains.
9 minutes left.
We talked early in this game that when you aren't able to keep pace with the chains, when you get off schedule against this Bountiful defense, they throttle you. Orem has done an excellent job in this second half of staying ahead of the chains and getting what they need to on first down.
1st and 10 inside the 30. Go back to Toa. And they're just following that right side of the line. Man, get behind that right side and ride the wave to the 20-yard line. 2nd down and short.
Orem's taking a page out of Bountiful's playbook here. Relying on the running game and just wearing down a defense. Starting to turn those 2-yard runs in the first half into 6, 7, 8-yard runs in the second half.
Hey, when your play caller is an old Division I lineman, you'd like to think he says, hey, let the big guys put their hand in the ground and go to work, right?
let the horses cook.
Let the big hog-mollies go get hat on a hat. 2nd down and 3.
Do you think he said, Orem Tigers, let's ride?
Gonna throw. Reynolds fires hard. Saliaponga, did he grab it? He did. Touchdown. Satuala's gonna say, I got the football. Remember, Saliaponga did the same thing on a fumble. But it is touchdown, Orem Tigers, Roger Saliaponga.
The Tigers are up 27-7.
Well, you knew that they couldn't keep Saliaponga bottled up all game long. He's too talented. But once again, the matchup of Satuala versus Saliaponga comes down to somebody making a really big play. But both guys right there, Saliaponga comes down with this one.
Roger Saliaponga have been quiet on the offensive end of the football tonight, but pulls in a huge touchdown, extending the lead for the Orem Tigers. The kick is up and good, and it is a 10-point Orem lead. Tigers leading 27-17 with 7:45 left in the fourth quarter. What does Bountiful have left? You're watching the 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back to Larry Wall Stadium. Dusty Lister and Jeff Hansen. Second round of the 5A state tournament right here on KSLSports.com, your home. High school championships. Check out mine and Dane Stewart's bracketology videos. Take you all the way through the 5A, 6A brackets. Pick champions, 3A, 2A, 1A. And I'd have a lot of fun doing it, as we've got you all the way to the championships here on KSLSports.com. Cottle on the return. Cottle, maybe a face mask penalty. No flag on it. I normally don't agree with the mob. I agree with them.
Yeah, I do too. And you normally expect a ref to be a little bit judicious with the flag for a face mask. When in doubt, throw that flag. Orem got away with one on that one.
It's always fun to talk to officials. They use terms like throw in football. With throw on that one. Basketball, they call blow the whistle. I was shocked that no one did. But what do we know? We've been wrong all night long. We've had Coach Freck say, hey, stop it.
Yeah, that's
Not literally, but yeah.
We got to stop speculating because we don't know.
So 1st and 10 from the 33, down 10. First time tonight that Bountiful's having to play from behind. That goes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, as that was Jacob Brooks, could not get that one.
And this is a position that the Redhawks are just not, it's not their strength, right? They are not a team that is equipped to score quickly and come from behind with 7 minutes left in the game.
Right. Well, especially when that Orem offense is in rhythm right now, too.
Yeah. I think Bountiful, rather, has got to find a way to get the ball to Corbin Cottle in some space.
Geilman looking left, stays left, complete to Satuala, and Satuala going to dive across the 40-yard line, maybe 41. I got generous there. I thought good job of keeping his knees off the ground there by the big fella.
Yeah, that was impressive, man. The more I see Satawala tonight, the more impressed I am. Just a junior. We are not talking about him enough in the state of Utah.
No.
He is going to be one of the best players in the state next year.
He is the Ryder Burton of wide receivers.
Yeah. Yep. We need to give him more love.
Uber talented, but just an offense is not going to showcase those talents all the time.
Yep.
How about the late addition to this play? They got to get going here. Tyler Black comes running on. Going to go trying to pick up the first down on the 3rd and short. Going to stop the clock, maybe for measurement. They're really, really close. Hey, no hesitation. Like SEC refs coming into your stadium. They're quick on the draw. Hey, we're moving.
Man, I hesitated.
Right.
He looked short to me even on the spot, but the refs didn't even need a measurement. They call it a first down. Once again proving, Dusty, that we don't know.
We don't know. So 1st and 10 and hurry up. Geilman stays left, fires complete to Satawala, and Satawala gets out of bounds. The clock will stop at 6:14 as we'll get our unofficial clock synced up at 6:14 as well. And man, Geilman's got to be careful. That buzzing linebacker was right underneath that throw.
Yeah, man, Satawala, he's looking towards him every time, and for good reason. He's like Gumby out there. Every time he gets a tackle, he just sort of bends his way around it and then manages to fall forwards.
So 2nd down and 4. Geilman. Pressure coming. He had Cottle at the sideline. Threw it late. Did he catch it? He did.
Wow.
Give him the catch and the first down.
Wow, what an impressive catch right there. That ball was behind him. He had to adjust all the way around and pull it in with what looked like one arm. That's a heck of a football play.
I'm going to reference one of my favorite players of all time. That was not without the touchdown. Brandon Doman to Luke Staley in 0-1 on that final drive. Twice he did that.
Yeah.
Pretty much all day. Owen, under center.
1st and 10 after the catch from Cottle. Pressure comes. Geilman gets blasted. Looking for Cottle. Oh, in and out of the hands. Geilman stood in there like a... How tough is that? So you want to play quarterback.
Yeah.
There you go.
Man, he got absolutely rocked and still delivered a ball, gave his receiver a chance. It was a little bit underthrown, but if you get hit like that,
understandably
makes
so.
a lot of sense.
Thought Cottle had that.
I thought he did too after he made that impressive play on the last play. Couldn't make another circus catch 2 in a row. He was tired. He just finished a circus catch.
Going 4 high, going to set up the screen to Cottle. Incomplete. As that pressure got there to Geilman, and as you see how important it is to get pressure on the quarterback.
It is, absolutely. Orem is just rattling Geilman on these last few plays. It's starting to get a little bit chippy as we get to the 5.5-minute mark left in this game. Starting to see a little bit of extracurricular after the play. These teams have got to keep themselves under control.
We'll see how aggressive Orem is here on 3rd and long. You think Bountiful, it's 2 down territory. Need to get a chunk to make it easier on 4th down. Don't have to get all 10.
No, I would like a play to Corbin Cottle here.
Gonna throw. Gilman fires to the wheel route. Got a man. The catch and the touchdown. Give it to him. We'll mark him at the 1. What a catch by Stevenson. That was 6.
That was 6. Once again, Dusty 4-down territory. Absolutely not. Geilman with the deep ball to Sam Stevenson, who makes a heck of a play. Give him 6 for the highlights.
I thought it was definitely a touchdown, man. They might say he stepped out of bounds. I don't know. This is a timeout, Orem, not a review. Oh, we got a good one here. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back to Larry Wall Stadium. You're watching it 5A State Football Tournament on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
And welcome back into Larry Wall Stadium. Dusty Lister and Jeff Hansen will be first and goal from the inch line for the Braves. You gotta imagine this is just going to number four times. And they'll be getting in there for the touchdown. They got it. That's a big man with football. Dusty missed on that one.
That's a Heisman moment right there.
And because it's on a stream, you'll have this memory forever. Freddie Fekitoa.
Freddie Fekitoa, listed at 5'11", 315 pounds. I will celebrate forever. Big man touchdowns should count for 8 points, Dusty.
I remember watching Haskell Garrett, who's now in the league, do that for Bishop Gorman. But that looked good.
That looked good.
So Bountiful going to go for 2. Geilman comes back to their side, has Satawala. The catch is made for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, it is a 3-point game. How about the resiliency of Bountiful?
Wow, what a response. And they did it quickly, Dusty. They still have 5.5 minutes left in this game. Now it's back to their strength. The defense needs to get the ball back quickly. And we got ourselves a storybook finish? I don't know what to call this.
It's going to be an instant classic is what it's going to be.
That's it. You know, and if you're filling out your bingo cards, I mean, last minute, I don't know, game-winning field goal, game-tying field goal, overtime, some sort of a safety somehow to set up a game-winning field goal.
We've had errant snaps. We've had all kinds of stuff. We had block punts. We've had a field goal at the end of the half that was a line drive because just couldn't get it off the ground. Had all kinds of stuff. We had caromed interceptions in the first half that were just insane.
Yeah. Seen a little bit of everything, and here in the last 5.5 minutes, why wouldn't you expect to see more insane? What a game.
Hey, let's say this, the second half has been played very cleanly.
Yes, absolutely.
That third quarter flew by because Bountiful dominated the football, didn't get points. Orem comes back with their high-powered offense, and then Bountiful putting together that drive was super impressive.
Yeah, both teams are executing really well on both sides of the ball. This is really high-quality football.
Well, nowhere to go for the next 5.5 minutes of game time. To stay right here on KSLSports.com as Iongi going to take the return, and it's going to go out of bounds. I thought for a second he was going to touch the football.
We got to give that sideline ref a new flag. That flag's more brown than it is yellow. Must be the end of the year.
Got to be the end of the year. I mean, that thing has been used.
Yeah, it's seen a lot of dirt, hasn't it?
And it must be up here because not a lot of natural turf fields left in the state.
Well, maybe that should be the rule. Refs don't get to replace or clean their flag, and then that's how we judge who gets to ref next year.
I like it. It's like John Wetland in his hat in '95. 5:29 left in the fourth quarter. Orem looking to put this game away. Bountiful trying to get the ball back. It's Iongi on the fly sweep. Iongi, it's Satawala reading it and getting back there for the stop. Talk about what a stud he is. Double ones coming up the big play.
Wow, he read that play immediately. You could see him coming before Lance Reynolds handed the ball off. Satawala was reading that play, getting the angle. That's a loss of 5-10 yards. What a play from the safety spot.
Back him up 5. Feilatau Satawala with that stop, and it is going to be second down and 15.
Got to give Lance Reynolds some love for even catching that snap.
Right. And getting it into the play there for Iongi. Reynolds fake the screen one side, now fires screen. That was across the line of scrimmage, and very fortunate for Orem. That was not a legal man downfield.
Yeah, Russell Smith for Bountiful. That ball went in and out of his hands. We had just about our third interception on a screenplay.
That's very fortunate. There was a legal man downfield on that ball, no doubt. Yeah, Orem linemen that were beyond the 40-yard line, but either way, it doesn't matter. 3rd down and 15.
You can hear this Bountiful crowd. Home field advantage starting to play a little bit of a role here. This is a big, big play for Bountiful.
Did the Bountiful defense get the ball back to their offense, or could Orem extend this drive? Reynolds fires near side. He's got Asher Young. Incomplete. No flags. Incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Wow, what a stand by that Bountiful defense. Exactly what they needed on this play. Great coverage on Asher Young, who's been the guy for Orem all night long. Holy moly, this Bountiful defense, Dusty, I can't say enough good things.
When they needed them, the red shirts came back. Well, just how we'd want it. It'll be the team down with the football late in the 4th quarter. Win or die. So you love about the football tournament. So much pressure. Oh, he dropped the punt. The ball's loose. Iongi was there to get it. Did he? It is Orem football.
Wow. Just an absolute swing of momentum here. Bountiful, the stadium, everything was going Bountiful's direction. A punt that caused the returner to have to run, kind of a low line drive, tricky punt to catch. Just a heartbreaking moment.
I feel terrible for Brooks, who's coming off this field, and now the defense got to come up for another set of downs. And not only that, you're 4-down territory for the next however long. Well, 4:25, at least in this drive. You're going to have to stop them 4 times.
You're going to have to. If you're Bountiful, you're saying, hey, we just did it once, we can do it again.
So 1st and 10 for Lance Reynolds, the 3rd. Toa in the backfield. Imagine this is Toa time, and there it is. 21, right up the gut. Toa gets to the 20 in a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Man, he ran right over Satuala, who we've been talking about all night. That's not an easy thing to do, and Toa just walked right over the top of him.
And he looks like Nut Toa, who was a running back a few years ago. The Army and Natoa.
Yeah.
Kid ran hard.
If they manage to pick up this touchdown here,
So 2nd down and 2.
they've only got about 3 minutes left on that clock to win it.
Gonna milk this clock. Let it run. Play clock down to 5. Gonna snap, give to Toa. 1st down yardage and a little more to the 15.
You got to think at this point now, with a new set of downs, Bountiful's got to start looking at using their timeouts, trying to preserve as much of this clock as they can.
So, timeout for Bountiful. Well, no, they're not taking the timeout. I apologize about that. Apologize. They're going to keep it rolling here. No timeout. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 16. It's have 3.5 remaining. Reynolds goes to Youngie. Youngie trying to get to the edge. He slipped one tackle. He goes down. It'll be 2nd down and long. And Bountiful still holding on to these timeouts.
Really surprised that they're not trying to take those right now. Maybe they're just planning, Dusty, like you said, that, hey, this is 4-down territory.
Use them late.
Use them late.
So you're going to use them on 2nd, 3rd, and, well, after 4, you don't have to worry about that. Maybe keep one for your offense.
I guess they are down 3, maybe trying to save one to set up a kick.
Well, hopefully, right? For them, is play clock at 8. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Gonna go Iongi. Iongi gets out of that tackle, gets hit near the sideline. They say he's in bounds. That was the next thing I thought. Wanted to see if Bountiful got him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for Orem, and now Bountiful takes the timeout with 2:20 left. Timeout, Bountiful, as it'll be third down and forever. Well, I don't say forever. Third down and long. Let's not be overly dramatic here.
I don't know who this Bountiful coach is on the sideline getting everybody fired up, but I am jacked right now, Dusty. These last 2 minutes, my heart rate is like 170.
You tell me he's coming after Luke Henstrom's Hype Man 5000 title?
I think he's got it.
So third down and 9 when we come back. Well, we'll see here, but we want to remind you, look out for all our videos this week. Dane and I will recap what happened in the second round and all the state tournament action. And also remind you that the state championships will be right here on KSLSports.com. We got a potential surprise. Woo! Surprise coverage for the semifinals and championship. Jeff will be excited about it. We'll be able to confirm after this week that it is going, in the words of Kevin Hart, that it's about to go down.
Oh, yeah. If it comes true. Whoop.
Got the green light. I was going to make sure we get it set.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have it for you right here on KSLSports.com. Third down and 9 for the Tigers. It is rocking here at Larry Wall Stadium. They stopped them last time. Can they stop them again? That's going to take 2 more downs. Reynolds on the play action. Fires to the flat. Iongi makes one-man miss and is going to be short. Well, he'll be inside the 10-yard line, maybe at the 7. I'm surprised Bountiful hasn't run down to take the timeout yet. It'll be 4th down and 3. Precious seconds came rolling off trying to make that decision. So 2:04 left. They take timeout number 2.
And it looks like Orem, rather, is going to take the points, attempt a field goal here.
And force them to score a touchdown.
It's coming down to the very end of
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense. Kind of makes you wonder, I don't know. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's a net zero. You get that timeout now, you save that timeout. But it does feel a little bit curious, like maybe Bountiful cost themselves 30, 40 seconds there.
Yeah. Well, interesting, especially on the last one, let a couple more seconds go off, but not to be overly critical. Remember, if Orem does line up for the field goal here, remember at the end of the half, a line drive kick from Bountiful, how good is the turf on this end of the field for this field goal attempt as well?
Yeah, I can tell you, I think I can answer that question from all the way up here.
Moose Bingham did not approve.
It's not great.
I think Moose said, I mean, I probably shouldn't share off record, but he just looked at Dane and said, I don't know how you kick off this. It's a little different spotty spots.
Yeah.
There's, we have the drought in the state and all kinds of stuff. But
it's like that field, Dusty, in Friday Night Lights, when the field, they had to set a cow pasture, turn it into a football field.
There it is. 4th down and 3. They're going to go for it. Cole Johnson in the backfield. Lance Reynolds comes under center. Gonna go Cole Johnson off the left side, and he's got the first down inside the 5-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Oh, that could be for Bountiful. That could be the backbreaker.
Oh, there is a flag on the play. Maybe illegal formation.
This one goes.
This is a huge call.
Not a lot of post-snap penalties left in high school football. Usually a formation or a motion penalty, if not holding. But it's dropped right near the sideline. And they've been very deliberate. I'll give this to our crew. They've been consistently deliberate about, hey, let's make sure we all see the same thing.
Well, we just want to get it right, Dusty.
Hey, without review, we just want to get it right. I just missed that we don't have a teleprompter to go through that. Oh, they're going to wave the flag. So wow. I think they were thinking illegal, not enough men on the line of scrimmage, maybe, to get together. What was your count? I had 7. What did you have? I had 7. Okay, we'll waive it. So first and goal Tigers with 1:59 left in the 4th quarter. Bountiful has 1 timeout. And remember, they need to hold to a field goal. This isn't the Broncos-Packers Super Bowl. Like, hey, let them score, get the ball back.
Right.
Because game over. So Cole Johnson in the deep in the Maryland die. And it is Johnson off the left side, and he fights to the goal line. Did he get there? He did. Touchdown, Orem. And that might just send them to the quarterfinals.
Wow. What? I mean, for a non-event, right, of picking up a flag, what a big moment that was. of maybe there's a penalty, maybe there's not. I'm sure that for the next several years, Bountiful's going to say there absolutely was a penalty.
Right. Or the conversation of how that happened.
Because this team will be going
So,
to Tricycle Stadium. At least pardoning any absurd nonsense. Pardoning any of the absurd nonsense.
so on for the point after is Orem.
Looking for the point after Kawa Akana.
Akana puts it up and through, and Orem with his stranglehold on this game will set up what's next when we come back. It is 35-25, Orem leading Bountiful. You're watching the second round of the state tournament on KSLSports.com.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
So welcome back, Dusty Lister and Jeff Hansen. Got to get crazy here in a 10-point game.
It's been crazy so far. We can't rule crazy out. Ooh, Orem got away with an offsides on a little fake. I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
Jab, yep. Iongi goes onside, and Bountiful wisely gets on top of it. Short field for Bountiful. I mean,
wow.
All right, well, left crazy. Let Crazy in the dance.
I guess
we've find a partner.
We've invited Crazy here. We might as well let her see it through.
Right.
Up 10 with a minute and a half left. An onside kick. Why not?
Right. So we'll set this up. The winner of this game goes on to play the winner of the Springville matchup. And then from there, the winner moves on to Rice-Eccles Stadium. But big one here. And if it is Orem holding on to go take on Springville, it'll be a rematch of last year's semifinals. So 1st and 10 for the Redhawks. Geilman over the middle and over the head of his receiver.
20 yards
So
downfield about.
2nd down and 10. Tanner Crane, the intended target.
Orem is just pinning their ears back now. They know that Bountiful has to throw it. These defensive ends are getting off the line of scrimmage quickly. Geilman has proven how tough he is already. He's going to have to stay tough.
Second down and 10. Gonna throw. Geilman throws to the wheel route and behind the intended target. And I'll tell you this, there's no harm done on the incompletion. It stops the clock. It's gonna be 3rd down and 10.
Just a tough position for anybody to be in. I really got to take my hat off to Geilman. The way that he's played and having to do things that Bountiful doesn't typically do. They typically like to run the football. Geilman's played exceptionally well tonight in the pass game.
Get this, Alta currently leading Springville.
Whoa.
Gonna throw. Geilman to the outside. Satuwala can't get it. Couldn't corral it, had a shot at it, couldn't bring it in, and I think he's just had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he got a shot right to the gut.
Not happy with the hit.
He took the kind of hit, Dusty, that if I wouldn't go to work for the next week if I got hit like that. I might have to just take the pads off and never put them back on.
No. So I'm trying to remember seating in my head of where that would put everything. If Alta holds on, if Bountiful won, I think Bountiful would stay here for a home game. If they were to come back and win, I think Orem would have to go to, I'll have to double check that. So crazy stuff happening in the 5A state tournament. And now a timeout taken by Orem. We'll take it with him. 1:15 left. We'll be right back.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land.
4th down and 10. Gallon hit as he throws. Incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. And Orem, for their 2nd year in a row, going to come in to Bountiful and get a win in the state tournament.
Yeah, and to do it with the way that this game played out, that Orem, 6 turnovers on offense, including that turnover on downs, for them to still gut out a win says a lot about this Orem team that, frankly, we've wondered about this year, right? I think they have proved that, hey, look, we're still Orem. They still have talent, and now they have that kind of resiliency that they've had in the past.
Just absolutely a crazy, crazy game. And if you didn't see the first of this game, go back to that first quarter, because that was just unreal to see what happened in the first quarter. As Lance Reynolds is going to come out and take a knee, and it'll be Orem moving on to play their region foe, Alta, in the quarterfinals, with the winner taking a chance to go to Rice-Eccles Stadium.
These Orem players that right there, Roger Saleapaga showing a ton of love to Corbin Cottle, who worked his way back all year, right, from injury to come back, try to help Bountiful make a run. He played his heart out tonight.
What do you think about this Orem team? They had the opening weekend win against East, the great come-from-behind win to knock off East 22-21. They beat Desert Pines from Las Vegas 21-14. And it was like, okay, maybe we'll figure something out. Then that lopsided loss to Pleasant Grove, the lopsided loss to Sky Ridge. And it was, well, what is this team? Yeah. For them to be able to stay together, Coach Sewell keep the troops together, Lance Reynolds III to stay together, has been really impressive. And here they are going back to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, really, really impressive performance. Also, can't say enough about the team that the performance from this Bountiful team all year long, to go through the adversity that they did and to host a home playoff game, get a first-round bye. The loss stings tonight, but that's still a great football season for Bountiful.
Absolutely, and to Corbin Cottle, what a warrior. Able to get himself back, get a chance to play, played really, really well. And Bountiful had opportunities, could not put him up on the board. And I think they're going to sit back and think about that. But a great year nonetheless for Coach Freck and Bountiful.
Absolutely. Can't say enough about what the Redhawks did this season.
Final thoughts from Orem and a selection of a player of the game.
Yeah, Orem, man. I mean, they looked really, really good. For me, I got to go with Asher. He was consistently the best receiver in a game that featured Roger Saleapaga. He was the go-to for Lance Reynolds, and he showed up big when Orem needed a play.
He absolutely did. Again, final score, the Orem Tigers 35 and the Bountiful Redhawks 25. Orem moves on to take on Alta in the quarterfinals. Our Hudderbin Associates player of the game, Asher Young. For our cameraman Chase, for Jeff Hansen, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2022 5A State Football Tournament on KSLSports.com, your home for Utah High School Championships. So long, and we'll see you at the quarterfinals.
Should have brought gloves. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to drive up for this one. Yeah. I don't get any